What is the future for the royal family? Do they have a future?
I think when eventually the Queen goes, they're going to struggle. But I think that Charles, who will, of course, be King Charles, knows that because everything, all the intelligence that's coming out from the palace is that he wants a pared-down monarchy. He does understand that it can't be as big as it has been in the past, that the mood is not there, that younger people in particular...
Sorry, Jane, I'm not interrupting, but we're just playing in live pictures or, you know, recent pictures as they come, so we'll kind of pepper the conversation with them. And I think this is Charles and William. And Princess... Oh, there's Princess Anne.
Yeah.
She's your favourite, isn't she, Linda?
She is. I love
Anne.
Princess Anne.
Yeah, and there's
you don't
William.
really see much of her, but when you do, she's doing something wonderful.
Yeah.
See, it's funny you say that, Jane, about paring down. How much do you want to pare them down? I mean, if you're a Republican and you want to get rid of the royal family, then do it. But if you're going to keep the royal family, you want that kind of pomp and circumstance, don't you? That doesn't come cheap, that stuff.
I think when we see everything this weekend, there is no other country in the world who can do what is done in this country. No. I'm a great monarchist, whatever that word is.
Monarchist.
I love the monarchy, yes. And the thing is that I believe that there will be, I hope there will be a monarchy. And I've changed my mind a lot about Prince Charles over the years. We used to think years ago, when he was talking about the environment and hugging trees, we just thought it was a bit off the wall. Now we realise how much of the truth he was talking about.
No, I don't think it's the end of the monarchy. I just think that... Because if you look at all the official photos, if you remember the one recently, it was the Queen, Charles, William and George, the four of them, and it was very much sort of laid out that these are the main players and the others in the family, the wider members of the family, are not going to be as included going forward.
So who would you pair? I mean, who would you take out?
Well, I've just said that just the four...
But you can't have that because...
no, but I'm just saying what Charles is trying to do. Charles has made it known that he will slim down the wider family.
Yeah, but they need loads of them to go to these different events, to be charity heads.
They can't all go to every event, can they?
I think it's all or nothing. You either have a full-blown royal family with all the ta-da and all the pomp and ceremony, or you forget it. I mean, cycling royals are just, like, you know, some European countries have, that you see them going along the banks of the river.
I think there's a middle ground between... There's a middle ground between what we have now and cycling royals.
It has slimmed down a bit. I mean, for me, I would go to William and Kate. I mean, whether Charles is officially the king, and I guess he is going to be because that's tradition, because they are the only two that you've got any chance of younger people connecting with. I mean, back in the day, Gloria, when the Queen came to the throne, you know, it was just kind of... What, 7 years past war, this tragic story, her father had died, you know, her uncle wasn't going to take the crown, so there was a story to buy into. Charles hasn't got a story for young people.
No, but the monarchy...
William and Kate do.
The monarchy is an institution, it's not about the person.
But the people have got to be behind the institution.
But it just... Traditionally, you can't just say, oh, I'm passing this on to you. It's a tradition, it's an institution.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
So there will be a King Charles. You can't just say, oh, I'm not going to do it and I'm passing it on to my son. It doesn't work like that.
And I would like
he's
to
not
think
going to be the front man.
I would like to think I'd be alive when Kate and Will's take over, because I think Kate is shaping up in such a beautiful way. She's a beautiful mother. She behaves herself in a very royal fashion. And, of course, when I was growing up, we were taught to love the royal family. And I think that the reason that a lot of young people actually don't really identify, as you've been saying, so much, is that there's not as much talk within their parental roles.
Yeah, I like Charles,
I
think Wills and Kate will be amazing, I really do. I think they'd be really good for this country, just because they're young and they're married and they've got children, and they've given the Queen lovely, beautiful grandchildren as well, haven't they? So
but probably by the time William comes to the throne, could be another 20 years.
Did you see Charlotte stopping Louis waving this morning? It was so funny.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, we've got that moment, I think.
Look.
Oh, there he is.
Look at the way
Stop
they
it.
dress.
She's in charge, isn't she? Yeah.
She knows already, doesn't she, the etiquette?
So the whole privilege thing doesn't bother you, Linda?
No, not really. No. I love the royal family. I know, and I love the Queen, and I'll be really sad when she's not around any longer. Yeah. I really will. She's been amazing, hasn't she, for years?
I mean, if anybody has not seen Elizabeth, the Unseen Queen, all her old home movie footage from when she was a child, it is astonishing.
Yeah, you know, you said that. I'm definitely going to watch that.